I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Like, oh. Like, oh. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your girl Ganjanae, and I'm live, baby. Yes. Happy Friday, y'all. TGIF, okay? Yes, thank God it's Friday. I hope y'all had an amazing day. Happy Friday the 13th, by the way. It's Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing Jason? Okay, yes. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Yes, let me see who's here real quick. 1 second. Let's see. Hey, Aqua. Happy Friday. And yes, don't forget to hit that like, okay? Yes. Subscribe. All that. Thank you, sis. Let's see. Happy Friday, darling. Yes. Again, thank you so much for being here, y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and make my announcements and we will get right into the show, okay? 1 second. Excuse me. All right, so here's my Buy Me a Coffee link if you would like to support the channel, okay? There's also super chats and super stickers available as well as Cash App, okay? Or you can energetically support the channel by just hitting that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, share. I would so greatly appreciate the support, okay? Yes, and if y'all have any tea that y'all want me to talk about on this here channel, please feel free to send it to this email, okay? I know that's easier for some of y'all. All right. Or you can just hit me up on either one of my social media platforms. That is my Instagram and my Twitter on the screen, okay? Yes. Also, y'all, don't forget to join the Discord, okay? Hold on 1 second. Let me get the links to that, okay? We did start a book club and we will be announcing the next book next week, okay? So, if you're interested in that, definitely join the Discord. We also we're gonna do our second 24-hour juice cleanse. Probably towards the end of this month, okay? Hold on 1 second. Let me get the link. Also, we do have Baddie Sundays. So if you you watch baddies and the baddie shows, you can pull up to Discord as well and watch it with us, okay? 1 second. There we go. There we go. So yeah, if you're interested in either one of those, go ahead and join, okay? I'm gonna post it in the chat right now. There we go. Okay, so just go ahead and click the link if you're interested and join, right? But other than that, that's pretty much it, y'all. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me check the comments one more again. I am like so congested. I'm like, how am I congested? And it's summertime. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you got the scripture. For in him we're created all things in heaven and on earth, the visible and the invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created through him and for him. Ooh, good one, sis. I like that. Okay, Colossians 1:16. Okay. Yes, amen to that. That was a beautiful scripture. Um so I told you I got my little prayer cards, okay? So the scripture today is Psalms 97:11. It says, light shines on the righteous and joy on the upright in heart. Okay. So I think this is pretty much what I interpreted is, just always be a good person because it's going to come back to you. It's the law of attraction. When you're a good person, good things come to you. Okay. And vice versa. All right. So I really like that one. I thought it was really, really beautiful as well. Okay. Very, very important. I done had my stages and phases in life, But if it's one thing I learned from everything I've been through, it is just to always be a good person, okay? Always be a good person. Because you will get blessed in return abundantly, okay? Amen. Can the church say amen? Okay. Yes. Thank you for sharing that, Aqua. I appreciate you, sis. Oh, you sent me Carlos the response to find out blue. Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that for sure. Hey Carmen. I'm good. How are you? Thank you for pulling up. Hey, inspirational. Yes. All right, y'all. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. Um, we got a little bit to talk about today. Trying to figure out where to start. Oh yeah, let's start with Junior because I actually did not speak on him yesterday. Cause there's a new picture out. I guess he's with his uncle. Okay. Well, was with his uncle. He probably all over the place, poor baby. Okay, so let me show y'all that real quick. 1 second. Oh, let me put my banner up. Fair use. All right, everything is alleged. All right, let me share my screen. All right, y'all. So shout out to Circus of Blues. It says Chrisean's brother posts a picture of him and Chrisean Jr. while Chrisean is in LA. Okay. So there is the photo, y'all, of Junior with his uncle. All right. So yeah, I mean, he looked just like his mama to me. All right. Um, he just looks sad to me. Like when I look in the eyes, like he just looks really sad. Maybe it's just how the picture was taken. I don't know, but also I kind of feel like he probably is. I don't know. He looks kind of sad to me. So poor baby, but he is getting big. And like all I see is Chrisean. Okay. All I see is Chrisean, honey. That's crazy. Now, a lot of people were saying, they feel like he's starting to look more like Ronnie now. Okay, a lot of people been feeling like he is the real father. Okay. And honestly, I mean, I could see why they say that. Okay. Um, he do low key like resemble him a little bit. Low key, low key. Okay. So, child, it ain't no telling. But that's besides the point. At this point, I'm more so concerned for, his well being, you know. Um, I just hope eventually he gets the help that he needs, the medical intervention that he needs. Okay. Like you can't stall forever. You can't she's just prolonging it, and the more she does that, the more damage she's causing, although she's already caused enough. But yes, y'all. So that is a recent picture of Junior, okay? While she in the studio, high as the Cooter Brown, okay? Turns up to secular music. All right. God's plan. God's plan. Oh my goodness. Like, it's just so crazy. It's just she don't even try to maintain the image that she so eager to put out there, It's like, yeah, y'all be calling us haters, but it's crazy how we always be on point. Okay. I already seen this coming. She can't fake it forever. Okay. Eventually she gonna, you know, she just she does it to herself, okay? She does. She was probably too damn turned to even realize she was being recorded. Probably didn't even care. She was like, F it. I'm lit. Okay, child, a mess. A mess. Okay. But let's check these comments to see what people are saying. It says it's over for her. You can see she's not the same person that even drew attention in the first place. This is cringe. Very cringe. Okay. The older he gets, the more noticeable his condition is sadly becoming. I feel so bad for this baby. Yeah, super sad. Super sad. All I can hear is Blueface saying, "Who gonna watch the baby?" And Ronnie tearing her ass up. That's why she never wants to be around Junior. On the cool, they really be displaying his looks in real life, no filter, when they ready for her to return and get her baby. Child. That's crazy. She don't care about that baby. All she worried about is feeling wanted by others, right? Yup, that's true. And she knows that's Ronnie's baby. Okay, says I literally analyzed Blue's baby pictures, Chrisean's and Ronnie's, and yes, Junior looks like Chrisean. However, there is nothing about Junior that favors Blueface, his other kids, or his family. The Journey looks like Jaden. However, she has Blueface features mixed in there. And Javon is a spitting image of Blueface. If Junior comes out to be Blueface's child, it'll be because Ronnie passed. And if he decides to be with Chrisean, he's going to claim Junior as his and keep her secret to save her face like he always does. Because Junior won't have a father. That baby looks like Ronnie. Child. We kind of do. I could see why they say that. I haven't seen a baby happy or smiling not once. It's sad. Exactly. He looks sad. He looks very sad. Okay. I would think as a first time mom, we would have seen her promote baby products, not still trying to be an artist. Exactly. Real. She could have did like a mommy vlog or something like that. She don't even care to do that. And he gonna have a bad set of teeth too. That bottom row looking like it's coming in a little bent. Blue begs her not to get pregnant and not to have a baby. She has this baby. He needs help, and she's never with him. It's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. They cancel her now. She is not worth. Whenever they want her to come home, they post a pic of him. Y'all might be onto something. It says, I knew all that gospel-ish was only until she was off papers. Exactly. Okay. Because literally the next day she was back on her bougie. Okay. Ciao. Amos. Amos. Mm-mm-mm. But prayers for Junior, okay? Really, really sad that it's just so, I don't know why it's so hard for her to just make him the first priority, okay? And that should just be an automatic, when you're a mom. Like, it's nobody should have to tell you, nobody should have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get it. Moms do, they have a life too. If you want to go here and there, okay, but like not too much, especially when you have a child that could potentially have some health issues, okay, that she clearly does not want to accept at this point. There's no way I would be worried about being outside. No, I'm inside with my baby, either at home or at the doctor's, okay? For real. Like, that's crazy. Absolutely insane to me. All right. But let me check the comments. Let me see what y'all saying. 1 second. Let me see how y'all feel about this. New picture. 1 second. Yeah, he looks super sad. He really does. You could see it in his eyes. Like, poor baby. Like, give him to one of his aunties at this point. Okay. And by aunties, I'm talking about his internet aunties. Because his own aunties, little suspect, okay? I'd be a little skeptical. Yes, hit that like button, okay? Please and thank you. Hey, Awake. Hey, Mean Beans. Hey, y'all. Yes, hit that like, comment, and subscribe. He said, when I look at this picture of Junior, I hear his voice saying, why ain't I enough for my mom not to? Aw. Girl, that is so sad. Oh, my goodness. Right. He looks sad. He really does. That baby do not look happy at all. He don't. You said Trippie Redd has all those demonic tattoos and music. He sure do. That's why I'm like, what is Miss Yahweh doing with this man? Okay. This demon. What's going on here? He said, what's that on his head? Hold on, let me look closer. Oh, it's the watermark. It looks like Kappa for Likes watermark right here. Yeah, it's Kappa for Likes watermark. Girl, because I was like, wait a minute, is that a okay? It looked like a little bruise for a minute, but no, it's a watermark. Hey, Melanin, happy Friday. Thank you for the super chat, darling. I appreciate that. Thanks for always giving us the real deal. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You said Journey is looking more like Blue all the time. Yeah, she do. She look like both of them. She do. Like a perfect mixture. And she lying. She not off probation. That paperwork was even faker than the DNA. Yeah, that's true. I think Corey had clocked that too. Like she's still technically on probation. She just doesn't have as many restrictions and stricter rules than now. Okay. So yeah, she's definitely still on it. He said that white powder probably kicked in while she was in the studio. Right, sweetie, but you already know. I'm in love with the coco. Yes, justice for Junior. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know I used to a lot of time, a long time ago. That's not how it works, right? It's hard for her because she doesn't love anyone. Yeah, that's true. She's a disconnected sociopath who only knows how to mimic behavior to seem normal, but she's a complete psycho with multiple mental illnesses. Yeah, clock it. Okay, for sure. For sure, that part. You said, I'm sure she told her brother she's working. She probably did. That in my heart is Ronnie's son. Even if Blue claims him, that demon doesn't love him, poor Junior. Yeah. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing surprises me when it comes to this girl. Just nothing. Nothing. Like she's just so predictable. Like she really is. Like I knew she was gonna do this. She was trying so hard to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm Mrs. Newton. I'm Mrs. Newton. But like I told y'all before, didn't I just say that girl was just trying to make Blueface jealous? Okay. I think that's what it was. I think she was trying to get under his, make it feel some type of way because she's supposedly moving on. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. Child. I hate to say I told you so, but yeah. Okay. Is she just saying that so she could be around Blue like he's stupid? Right. Right, that part. If she wasn't gonna be responsible, then don't open your legs or wrap it up. It's so simple. Yes, she has malicious intent to get a ninja who didn't want her either. Exactly. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. Like that's why you know I feel like she kept the baby because for one, I think she wanted the same treatment as Jaden. Like he, he spoiled Jaden. He made sure she was good. He made sure his kids was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of the circumstances, like he made sure they was straight. And so I feel like that's kind of what she wanted. And on top of that, I feel like she's always been jealous of Jaden. And she wanted what she had. She want the same access. She want the same, um, what you call it, perks, if you will. Okay. So I think that's why she ultimately decided to keep the baby. I'm not buying that. Oh, it was too late. No, it wasn't because you was on, you literally announced your pregnancy. Like you probably was what, like maybe like early on. Probably she was probably only like 3-4 weeks pregnant. Okay, talking about I hope I have triplets. I hope it's 3 heartbeats. Okay, thank the Lord Jesus, it wasn't. All right. Ciao. A mess. A mess. But yeah, she wanted to have some sort of forever tie to this man because she knows if there was never no kids involved, okay, then there wouldn't be no type of reason to have to stay in contact with you. Okay. But you got a kid with somebody, it's automatically a 18-year bid, you know? It's an 18-year, that at least 18 years. So I feel like that's what she tried to do. She tried to keep him. Girl, a mess. I don't feel Blue's a demon. I feel that he's always known that baby not his. Right, that too, And he does. He has every right to question, you know, even though there was a test done, but it's just like, at this point it was like a TV show, anything could have went down. She could have been in the background, you know, trying to alter the results or whatever. Like it could be anything. So I get why he's questioning it, and he's been vocal about that, how he feels like the baby could be he literally said he feel like it could be Ronnie's. And I feel like that's when people started to be like, you know. And then when the baby got here, that's when people really started to be like, okay, yeah, like that, you know, like that's Ronnie's baby. So I definitely feel like when he does get out, he needs to go ahead and handle that. He needs to go ahead and get another test done. um I would say he take care of the paperwork aspect of it, have her do the swab or whatever. I don't know too much about DNA tests. I've never had to go through that. But yeah, like he should definitely get that test done and wrap it up, because it's a lot of people who are torn, okay? Some people think it's Blueface. Some people think it's Ronnie. Some people say it's her cousin, you know. So, child. But a lot of people definitely don't believe it's Bluefaces. I will say that. I will say that. His bottom row is coming in. Cricket. Let me see. Uh, yeah, probably from them bottles. You know, you still being bottle fed at 21 months. Okay, crazy work. Plus, shouldn't she be buying a wedding dress, looking for a venue? Girl, you and Figgy only have 3 days before your wedding day. I'm so weak, right? I knew that was Cat. And then Figgy didn't say nothing. That's probably why she moved on from, because he wasn't with it or whatever. And I said that too. I said, Figgy was probably like, just trying to make like, just trying to tell her what she wanted to hear. And she really like, because she Chrisean, she takes, like, you could tell her something and she'll be like, really? Like, for real? Okay, bet. Like, like she's just very gullible. She's very gullible and naive. Yeah, I can't believe her co-members call her a good mother. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I thought she was 5 months, but I'm sure she knew beforehand. Oh yeah, I thought she was 5 months. No, she did know beforehand. I done showed the videos a while. Yeah, that was a while ago. Like she literally knew. She was not even. That was around the time when she was fighting Marsh in the street. She was like, she was fighting with Marsh. Um, but yeah, like she barely had she didn't even have a baby bump, so that's why it was like, yeah. At the most, she was probably like 6 weeks or so, about 6 weeks. But she knew ahead of time. She had plenty of time if she was gonna do that to do that. But I feel like she purposely waited to the last minute, you know, to keep the baby, in an effort to keep Blueface. All right, that's just my opinion. Allegedly, okay. He said, sis Ganjane, she wants Jaden place, and it, yeah, and what it comes with, exactly. She do. She absolutely does. I mean, this man done got her G wagons. Okay, like he stayed getting her some ice. He was doing stuff for the kids. Got her a place. Got her a ring. Okay, that girl is envious of Jaden. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, that's why she wanted triplets. Yeah, she wanted to one up Jay. Exactly. Jay has 2 by blues, so this Harley wants to have 3 at once when she don't even know how to wipe her own behind, right? Right away, that part. Okay. Facts. Always trying to one up Jaden. For real. I was talking about Rocket being a demon. Oh yeah. And is that okay? He said, wasn't her brother driving with Junior in the car? Yeah, without a car seat, he sure was. Clock it. He sure was. Child, a mess. All them people is crazy. That's why I'm like, I would not leave my baby with none of them people. Hey, Gigi. Happy weekend. Oh, yeah, she definitely not getting married. She thought Blueface was going to be in shambles, and he probably didn't even care. Like, mission failed. Okay. If Figgy Mom was like, I wish you would, allegedly. Interesting. Yeah, good, because, yeah, you better not. I wish oh my gosh, I would be upset. I would be upset if my son was, oh yeah, we're getting married. Like, God, first of all, y'all didn't even talk that long. Okay. But I'm sure he done. I really hope somebody gives him whatever he trying to get to talk because baby, we need the tea. We need the tea. Okay. we trying to see something. Okay. Yeah, that fight with March there. Yeah, they was drunk looking crazy fight. Yeah, she was drunk. Yep. I remember Callie had sent remember when Callie had sent Carissa a picture of her in the club that same night with she had like a bottle of Hennessy in her hand. Like child. She was drinking from the beginning, and that's bad because we also did our research on here because we do our research sometimes, and it specifically said that drinking is more so bad when you do it in the very beginning of it because um it's like the developmental stage, like it could affect certain things in the baby. I mean it's bad period for them whole 9 months, but particularly in the beginning it's like the worst. It's like the worst. So it's like damn, that's crazy. He said Tasiki act like Rashawn, not pick at people. Yeah. She do a little bit, and she be lying sometimes. She do. Boo already said that he had a test, and it's not his. Nothing about his body language or demeanor seemed shifty. Yeah, right. Yeah, 5 weeks later he was in prison. Dre saying Blue better claim Junior. Yeah, it is kind of strange. I ain't gonna lie. Things that make you go, He said, "How you don't know the last name? You had your cycle." It'll wig ain't wigging. Timu refund. Not girl, not the Timu refund. Yeah, the wig is overly tired. It's exhausted. It needs rest. Okay, it needs to go to bed. Night night. Okay. For real. Hold on 1 second. He said, I'm sure by now there's a whole little Whoville town living under that wig, right? Child, for real. Whoville is crazy. And my son, he was marrying her. I do just like Sanford. This is the big one. Right. I'll be in there like, I object. Wait a damn minute. Yes, exactly. It is. Yes, the first trimester is critical. That part. For real. Yes, he does look very sad. It breaks my heart. You know, it really does. So why not stay out of trouble to get out sooner? Blue, stay in trouble. Exactly, inspirational. Like, how dumb could you be to be up in there cutting up? Like, sir, if you would have just sat your ass down, okay, followed the rules and procedures, acted accordingly, he probably could have been out. Okay. But you know, he has to be Mr. Cool Guy. Okay. Billy Badass. Like, sir. A mess.
If any motherfucker ever needed to sit they stupid ass down, you that bitch. You that bitch.
Respectfully. Okay. Like, chill. Chill. But he did say he loved it there, basically. On that damn interview. Like, huh? Who the hell wants to live like that? Oh no, baby. And poor Junior looks like he's just going through it, right? That part. Oh, poor baby. And she been wearing a wig. She been wearing a wig for me. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely time to take that thing. It's been time to take that thing off. Like, child. Now you rich, you could fix it, right? What's going on? I'm really confused. Like, ma'am, what's going on, Miss Rich? I would think you would have a new wig by now.
You rich, you can fix it.
I'm just saying, okay. Child, a mess. You said the brother doing the bird call like Tessa when they posted New Year. That means not the bird call. The poster that means Chrisean, go get your son. They ran out. Child, right? Y'all might be on to something. I never thought of it like that, but you know what? It kind of makes sense. And why did they extend his date this time? I know this. I know the first extension was for paraphernalia. Right. I'm not sure about that. I'm not even sure if it's true, but it could be because Carissa said it. Like Carissa basically said he had gotten into some more trouble while in prison, and they allegedly might have um pushed his release date up more. So yeah, but she didn't really specify. Maybe she did on her little six uh show network thing, but from the video, she didn't really specify like as to what happened. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, Gigi. You said honestly, Carlissa should cancel that coming home party. Yeah, and Blue might as well spend like life in prison. Boy, child. Nah, life in prison. Uh yeah, the coming home party, I probably would have not even planned for real until I knew for sure that he was going. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a specific date as to when you're supposed to be released before I plan something like, you know. But if anything, she'll probably just change the date or something like that. But she did say she did it for November to make sure, you know, just in case he got to do a little bit more time, that it'll be it'll be ready to go. And she made over $2 million and spent it all. Exactly, she did on bullshit. Okay, like she was getting expensive ass Airbnbs. Okay, she was buying jewelry. Like how you gonna spend? How you gonna allegedly spend? What she spent on that pacifier? She allegedly spent a significant amount of money on that pacifier, but you ain't get nothing else. but you didn't get his necessities. You know, you couldn't spend, you couldn't drop 10K, 20K on his nursery. Okay, that's crazy how much this girl just be lying. Like, got a house. I don't care who's living with me. Okay, especially if I'm supposed to be the one paying the rent and stuff like that. My baby gonna have a room. Okay. My baby gonna have his own room. Excuse me, y'all. You said I watch parole hearings, and if he's getting in trouble in no good time programming, the board will not rule in his favor. He may do more time until he acts right or completes his 4 years. Right, which I'm hoping that's not the case. So I'm like, he needs to get it together. He really do. And I thought he was getting it together. You know, he did that little interview with Chrisean. Um, you know, he was talking about he was taking like some sort of classes and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, like, you know, sounds good. It sounds good. Well, I don't know. Cause I'm ready for him to get out and just knock the teacup over, okay? Yeah, that party's gonna be fire and a mess. Exactly. Ciao. Yeah, Carissa, hurry up and move after Chrisean threatened her and Jaden moved. Oh, Chrisean threatened her and Jade. Yeah, they sure did. Both of them. Yup. That's crazy. And that's not a clear picture. They tried to blur Junior's face. Oh, really? You think so? Let me see. Or it could just be the camera quality. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, that poor baby. 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. You said Joe saved his life. He was looking bad and stressed out at first meeting with Chrisean. Right. I truly believe that too. I do. Because this girl she's dangerous. She's not right in the head. She's impulsive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that was low key a blessing in disguise. You know, although jail is not ideal for, you know, anybody. I do feel like this probably was God's protection. Okay, because this girl is nuts. Imagine if Blueface was still out. Like, I could just only imagine the type of buffoonery we be up here talking about. We already talked about it, and he locked up. Okay, like, chill, a mess. Hey, Queen T. He said, late as usual. Are we just getting started? Yeah, I want someone to leak all Blue's communications with Chrisean. Right, I know Blue is a clown himself, but I'm so suspicious of this whole situation with Chrisean being a snitch and him now bending to her will. Right. Right. Blue is definitely a clown. Um, yeah, I would like to see that too. you know, because I do feel like he could possibly be low key, you know, for all we know, he could be talking to her in the background, but that don't mean he necessarily wants her or wants to be with her. I truly don't think he does. I think he's more so thinking of a plan to, you know, milk her, right? Because why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? He gonna milk her. He gonna milk her till there's no more milk left, okay? Because he knows she gonna let him, okay? Yes, hit that like, please, and thank you. Hey, Natasha. Hey, hey. He said, I mean him not bending to her will. Right. Yeah, because I am kind of, you know, because usually when they have these little falling outs and, you know, then they start following, like usually they follow each other back pretty quickly. But this time, you know, it's Blueface still has not followed this girl back. Okay. So maybe somebody spoke some sense into him. You know, I know he's been talking to his mom. You know, he's also been talking to you know, some of his other females from the roster. And you know, some of them girls actually are pretty smart. Okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if they was in his ear, like trying to, you know, realize certain things, you know, in order to avoid the bullshit. And Chrisean work mode in LA. Yeah, right. She trying to work Blue again and use him. Right. Right. That part. He said Blue is out. They'll blame him for everything too. Oh yeah, for sure. And Chrisean admitted to being a snitch. Oh yes, and it. Said Chrisean's in LA for one reason. Blue coming home. Yeah, that's a good point too, because I remember she was on a phone. I think she was on a live stream or was on the way to a live stream or something like that. And I think he told her that he would be getting out in like August or so. I think he said August or July, one of those. So yeah, sis, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. And Blue saving that info for his payday without her, hopefully. Right, right. And she has no money but a bunch of lawsuits. Exactly, Carmen. But even with the lawsuits, like she not paying them anyway, you know. And she was type to give up the whole check. Shoot, I might if I was Blueface, I'd probably, you know, I'd probably milk her too. Okay, why not? Why not? He's so willing and eager. You wonder whose house she's lying in. She's lying at in LA, right? That part. Because it's sure not Blueface. If anything, it's going to be business with Chrisean. I don't believe he wants her, but I wouldn't chance it if I was exactly. She's bad for business. She's a liability. Okay, she don't know how to. This girl don't even have no cooth about herself. She don't know how to act. Okay, she's absolutely embarrassing. Like I'm sorry, it's just not worth the embarrassment. It's not worth the extraness. It's not worth the, you know, just drama. Okay, because that's all she is drama. And sometimes it be given she likes toxicity, so she seemed like the type that'll just start some shit for no reason, like, you know. Hold on 1 second. He said, I wish I could just adopt Junior and give him the love and care he needs, especially because he has special needs. Yeah, it hurts my heart to see how this bitch is out partying across the country. Exactly, yeah, absolutely. Save Junior, please save the baby. Okay. For real. No, because if you're not gonna do it, I'll gladly. I will gladly take very good care of that baby and do whatever needs to be done to make sure he's on the right path, okay? And he's on track with his milestones. Period. Period. He said, "Don't Blue get out in July." Yeah, I want to say I want to say he has said July or August, one of those. Can't remember. I'll have to go run that video back. But yeah, so okay, he told her late July, early August. Okay. First it was June, then she said, then she said August in the pool. Oh yeah, she did. I remember that. She did say August. Um, he said, no, I mean if she's been threatening him, if he doesn't been. I wonder if he feels safer in jail as his Dre warned him. Yeah, we should watch that vid again and the one him saying he proved Junior is his. Yeah, no, I mean she's been threatening him. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, that's true too. That's very true. But yeah, I could try to find that video. I think it was in an interview he did. And with Ronnie being gone, Dre's warning to Blue seems even more eerie. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. You said I want to sit on a stoop with Chrisean, right? Yeah, nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If Blue doesn't answer, she's gonna lose her mind. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. She don't know how to handle, like she can't take no for an answer. Like, you know. But I will say Blue needs to take some accountability on his part too, because, after that whole, like, he definitely could have, like, that time when he offered her 100K to leave him alone and she didn't want to take it. Like, he definitely should have stood on business. He definitely should have not allowed her to continue to live in his house. But she probably was in there persuading him, or trying to manipulate him. To, that's what she do best. Okay, but still, like, I would have stood on business. Okay, it's either you gonna leave with 100K or you gonna leave with nothing. Either way, you leaving. Like, huh? Like, stand on business for real. She wouldn't have. She would have had to get the hell up out and, like, look, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. Okay, for real. And you could tell all they do is lay her down, go about their business. Exactly. Lay him down. Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I be side eyeing the siblings too, because, like, I know y'all see something's wrong. Like, I know y'all see this, but y'all just blatantly ignoring it to appease her. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's your nephew. Okay. Sometimes you can get an early kick out of jail. Yeah, sometimes. He said Chrisean calling the Porters her family. She a psycho for real. Oh yeah, for sure. Certified insane. Oh yeah. Yeah, that girl is nuts. That girl is absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay. That's crazy. He offered her that money and she popped up pregnant. Yeah, she popped up pregnant, remember? Yeah, exactly. You know? And obviously they was at odds. They was at odds. They constantly fighting and stuff. Blueface was damn near at his wits' end. You know? Like, that boy was ready to leave her smooth the hell alone. And then boom, I'm pregnant. Okay. Yeah, that's the love of money. You're the root to all evil. Exactly. Yep. Blue is greedy with Ben Franklin tatted on his face. Yep. His sins definitely got him here. I just wonder is justice being miscarried here? Right. Right. That's true. He got Benjamin Franklin twice on his face and on his hand. Okay. Like that boy do not play about them blues, okay? You know. It's crazy. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to show y'all this quick little update. Like I said, I meant to show y'all that yesterday, but it was getting late and your girl was tired. All right. And I ain't trying to be up here sleeping on y'all. But yeah, okay, y'all. So moving right along, let's go ahead. Oh, hold on 1 second, my bad. Here we go. All right, so let's get into yeah. Let's go ahead and get into Chrisean, y'all. So Chrisean, she basically makes this like quote unquote announcement that her and Blueface are back together. Basically. Okay, so let me show y'all that real quick. 1 second, okay? Share my screen. All right, so shout out to Circus of Blues. It says Chrisean says her and Blueface are back together, and her ex Figgy says he's not talking until he gets paid. All right, let's get into it.
Alright, so as y'all know, I see that I follow my baby dad. I'm gonna work it out with my family, okay? Fuck all the bullshit.
You are high as a
Fuck
fucking
everybody
kite.
else. I'm not high. Everybody, just everybody, and that ain't enough for me. So yeah, you see me, seeing Blueface, they'll be crying, cause like I am chilling. I'm happy. Alright, so as y'all know, I see that I follow my baby dad. I'm gonna work it out with my family, okay? Fuck all the bullshit. Fuck everybody else for real, cause everybody just everybody, and that ain't enough for me. So yeah, you see me, seeing Blueface, they'll be crying, cause like I am chilling. I'm happy.
Like, girl, you could have kept this in the gallery, okay? Because baby, this is embarrassing, and her fans should be embarrassed too. Like, huh? Like, so you done called off the wedding? Wasn't she supposed to be Miss Newton? Okay, Mrs. Newton. Child, I cannot. This is a joke at this point. Like, what is going on here? All right, like the hell? What the hell?
Alright, so
I ain't talking till they pay me. Man. I ain't talking till they pay me. Man.
I ain't talking till they pay me, okay? He said, run me my money and I'll give you the information, okay? Child. A mess. Hot mess. Okay. I'm gonna work it out with my family. Take Blueface. Child. And this girl is clearly, okay, geeked up. She zooted. All right. It's clear as day that she's back to, I believe she never really stopped for real. I think she was just being more, you know, what's the word? She was just doing it more so in the background, off camera, even though she was caught a couple times drinking, you know. But I still believe she was still doing all that in the background for sure. Show behind the scenes. Okay. Yeah, this is a hot mess. So she's claiming that her and Blueface are once again spinning the block. Now we have yet to hear from Blueface. Like I said, Blueface is the only person she's following now on her Instagram and probably her Twitter too, but I haven't checked. But yeah, okay. Blueface has not followed her back. He has not said anything. He's still following his plethora of women. Okay. So, child, embarrassing. Okay. Super embarrassing.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
Yo, call declined.
Embarrassing.
Call
Okay. Like, child, a hot mess. Let's check these comments, y'all. Let's see what people are saying about this. I just know they cutting up. In corrections, she says she wants her family back. What's John, Jaden, and the Porter saying? We declined this offer, right? She said week 1, she's married to Blue. Week 2, she's with Titan. Week 3, she cheats on Titan. Week 4, threatens Titan. Week 5, tries to get back with Blue. Week 6, threatens Blue's mom. Week 7, Blue turns her down. Week 8, she gets back with Titan. Week 9, says sorry to Blue's mom. Week 10, she's getting married to Titan. Week 11, she's with Blue again. Child. Just a whole lot. It's ridiculous. Like, girl, why is you so worried about a man? Worry about your child. Okay? Like, it's like a man is everything to her. Like, girl, go take care of that babe. It shouldn't be nothing else you should be worried about. All that will come in due time if that happens for you. Okay, but it's just like, why are you so eager and desperate to have a man? That should be the last thing on your list at this point, okay? And she really had that baby just so she could have a reason to stay connected to that. Didn't I just say that? Hello? Clacky. He says, if Blue F with this girl again, he a clown. Oh, yeah, for sure. And she'll do whatever it takes to sit at the Porter's table. Yep, manipulating her fans. Name her child the name she really wants. Copies Jaden's every move. Fake apologies. This is very sickening. If Blue doesn't stay far away from her, she will eventually hurt somebody for the love of him. This will not end well. Exactly. And her and Blue ain't never been a family and will never be a family. She needs to go to the crazy house because something is wrong with her. Exactly. Seriously wrong with her. It says not too long ago, she was saying she was scared of him and answer his calls out of fear. But now this, exactly. Truth is, Rock thought she was bigger than the program, and she's starting to see that without Blue, she's nothing. She has no motion on her own. Clock it. Hello. Okay. Yeah, I'm just happy we can all see her very clearly now. She's a Jezebel and is. Absolutely is. And the baby really looks like Ronnie now. Yeah, he kind of do. It's a serious question. Why does she believe follow him mean they together? This internet is not real. Anybody can say anything. Is she really living her life on the internet? is this what the younger people do or something? So Blueface is just her internet husband in her head online, talking about family. What family? I'm weak. Yeah, I think interviewing Figgy would be great. He could tell us about the baby's condition and who Rock really is. Right? No, for real. I'm trying to see some. Okay. I'll try to be nosy. Yeah, it's given these past few weeks, Blue really hasn't spoken to her. And she's getting desperate. And she has tried everything in the book to get a reaction out of him. And it clearly hasn't worked. It's given stop saying lock her up and start saying have her admitted into a mental health facility. No, for sure. Because this is crazy. Like, yeah, this level of delusion has to be studied. Right. No, for real. Yeah, what happened to your fear for the safety of you and your child? Just stay lying all the time. It's a lie all the time. A lie. Yup, she high and drunk and is. Okay. No one is going to pay you. Yeah, we'll pay you no mind. Chrisean is a bird and she's washed up. Figgy won't tell us anything that we don't already know. Junior is disabled, Ronnie's kid, and Chrisean isn't playing with a full deck. What's new, sir? I am so weak. But yeah, okay. A mess. Can't make it up, y'all. You just can't make it up. Like, huh? Is this real life? Okay. Like, this girl is going bananas. Okay. She's sick. She is sick. Okay. She needs blue. The only thing that can cure her is blue. Okay. A mess. A mess. Okay. 1 second. Let me check y'all's comments. Like, this is just unbelievable. Can't say unbelievable. Like I said, this girl is predictable at this point. Like, nothing surprises me. Nothing. And I already knew she wasn't over that man. Hold on 1 second. He said, does Blue know that? Hello? Okay. That part. Let's see. He said, and she, Chrisean called the Porters her family. She a psycho for us. Oh, yes, absolutely is. One second, y'all. Poor Figgy crying in his cereal saying, like, what? Oh, for real. Got played. Got played. I don't even know why he tried it to begin with. Because he knew about Chrisean. He knew about Chrisean and Blueface. He was sharing stuff on his TikTok before they started, you know, prior to when they started, you know, quote unquote dating. So it's like, you knew how this girl get down, what she about. But him, like a lot of people probably fell for the whole, you know, Sister Act, holy, holy, holy Lord God Almighty, little image. Okay. Child, a mess. A mess. I would have definitely left that one alone. And how you date somebody that got a whole nother man on her face? That was kind of, you know, a little crazy on his part too. Like, sir, of all women, okay, a mess. Hold on 1 second. Yes, please hit that like, please and thank you. Hey, Black Orchid. You said she's mentally unstable and crashing out in front of the world. Exactly. That part. I'm just wondering how her fans are gonna spin this ride. You know they're gonna make some sort of excuse. Well, she loves him. And if that's who she wants to be with, that's none of, like, I already know what they finna say. Did she look like a whole demon? Yeah, she do. Something is very sinister, like in her eyes. Like, yeah. Yeah, she was at some sort of BET party. I'm surprised she ain't assault somebody like she did the other BET award show. If I were Blue, I would put a restraining order against her. Right. ASAP. As soon as I get out, I'm on it. Like, I'm on top of that. Cause nah. I think people shouldn't even interview or speak on them if Blue deals with her again. Yeah. Yeah, true. We don't want to hear it. Save it. Like whatever happens, happens, bro. You on your own at this point. And don't forget getting buzzed down by Glock. Probably the whole. Oh yeah, I forgot about him too. Yep, she should have added that to the timeline. Cause he showed did that subliminal post talk about, and he said he was basically insinuating, allegedly, that he didn't put no you know he ain't use no rubber. Okay, I'll just say it like that. You said Poor Junior is a pawn in her sick and twisted games. That part. That part. Yes, hit the like button, okay? Please and thank you. Sean needs to be in 5150. Oh, yes, for sure. She's J-Cat. She do. She's absolutely insane. Insane in the membrane. Okay. Like, let's just be real here. He said, let's just be honest. Who hasn't she busted out for cloud? Right, Aqua. Okay. She be making her rounds. And what's up? Is she preggo again or just got really big? I know some people were saying they felt like she could be. I think she's just big. Like she done gained so much weight, and I feel like she just like wears all them baggy clothes to kind of hide that stomach. You know what I'm saying? But part of me does feel like, with the pictures that were the pictures they took her at her, I think it was her nephew's party. Um, she did. I don't know. It was looking a little too round. So, is it far fetched to say that maybe allegedly she could have been and got rid of it? You know, I'm just saying. And she just needs to go back to Baltimore with her book bag and cleats, right? She do. And she needs the public connection for his clout. That part. I believe she just wants a lifestyle and clout. Yep. I don't believe she wants to be romantically truly with Blue. If she did, she wouldn't have been sleeping around and giving up the cat like she's Oprah. Ah, that's funny. Right. That's true. You get some coochie. You get some coochie. You get some coochie. Everybody gets coochie. Looking ass. That's hilarious. Chrisean is a liability. Absolutely. For sure. 1,000%. Carissa and Blueface are getting their karma too. Oh yeah. For the love of money. That part. That part. And she did spend time in a mental institution in my mind. She needs to go back. She needs right, that part. She definitely needs to go back. I know people were saying she was at Shepherd's Pratt out there in Baltimore. I remember Whack 100 saying that she basically had went to a mental health facility out there in LA as well. So clearly this girl, you know, got some screws loose. A lot of screws loose. Um, you said Alexa play Only You by Ashanti. I'm so weak. I love that song because, yeah, for real. Only you can make me feel. She wants another baby out of him. Oh, yes, for sure. Absolutely does. She plotting. She definitely plotting. He said, little Figgy got out easy. He better stay out. Exactly. If he knew what was best for him. Okay. Blue get involved with Chrisean. He gonna clicking downwards. He see where he at now. Yeah, I hope he learns his life. Exactly. That girl done got him in enough trouble. Like before she was even in the picture, we didn't see Blue. Like we will never see Blueface in the news, like in the blogs and stuff. You know, for some negative stuff. Like you've never seen that. You never seen that. Till he started, you know, effing around with her, and it was just downhill from there. Literally. Literally. That's crazy. She will definitely be the catalyst to his failure. Okay. Chrisean stay on demon time all the time. He said, I wouldn't trust a thing Fidget Spinner had to say. Yeah, pay interview or not, he clearly has a weak moral character dealing with this demon right away. Can't trust no man like that. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that is true. Chrisean repoed that chain she gave Figgy. I don't see him wearing it though. Yeah. Yeah, she been wearing it. She been wearing that chain. She said she was pregnant. When she say that? If Blue and his family deals with her, then they're a gluten for punishment, right? She wants a baby from Blue on, yeah, and the only reason for her snaking her way back, and she knows Blue isn't Junior's baby, so she gonna do it. So she gonna get pregnant to have clout. To yeah, right, right. Well, you know, she did say she want 12 kids. She want 12 kids like mommy. Okay, that's crazy. That's insane. Chrisean, Chrisean takes Junior to eat. He always sleep. Right? She be yeah him up usually babies smell food and wake up. Right, that part. Yeah, poor baby still drinking bottles. Like that's crazy. That is so crazy to me. Damn near 2 and still drinking formula. Okay, make it make sense. She has been his downfall from the door. Absolutely. Clock it. Clock it. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna drink some water. All right. My bad, y'all. He says Zeus not messing with Chrisean. Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. We've had enough of her. After that little stunt she pulled on that sit down with Tasiki, yeah, you're done. You're good. Like, you know, if Fungal just needed a pretty girl to prove he ain't one of the guys, right? A stud muffin, huh? On the live, she said she was having a baby. On a recent live, or is it like an older video? If she pregnant, she doesn't know who the daddy is again, right? And it's clearly not Blueface. Let's just go ahead and nip that right in the butt, okay? She does have 12 kids. Their souls are in that junkyard cat. Her child, you know what? I am screaming. Her name for Christine is Big Worm. Big Worm is crazy. Yeah, that Big Worm. That wig is definitely giving Big Worm. I am so weak. You play too much.
Good, bro.
Yeah.
Child. Big Worm is crazy. He says this is why you say coochie like I'll just be doing she sometimes. I was in the studio with Anna Mac making a song. I wonder what Tessiki think. Right. That was kind of crazy. That's supposed to be her little home girl. You know? And I thought Chrisean didn't like Anna Mac. Wasn't she trying to get Tessiki to fight her on Baddies East? Because of something she liked or commented or something like that. And she built like Alaskan bullworm. Right. Right. That part. Alaskan bullworm is crazy. Y'all hilarious. Oh, but yeah, y'all. This is what she popped up and said. She also said something else. Let me pull up that other video. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so shout out to In Some More. All right. They said they tagged Blueface and said, "We are all tired of this. Rebuke it, please." Okay, so I already showed y'all this video. Here's the other one.
I'm so hurt because I took a nap and didn't wake up till the day was over.
Look at that wig. That wig. She want to call people Miss Piggy. I'm calling her Miss Wiggy. Okay, baby, that wig. It's giving Elvira. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving the clips is in the middle of her head. Like, what is? Huh? Is that a ponytail? Child. A mess.
And she ain't help me. She's supposed to get me up. I'm like, what? I'm so hurt because I took a nap and didn't wake up till the day was over.
My girl. Okay. Oh, Lord. A mess. A mess. Okay. Somebody, Corey said, here we go with season 72. Oh, man. Child, a mess. Here we go again.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
I cannot. And she need him for clout. Is she homeless? She realizing that he's actually done with her. She's drunk, paranoid, and pain. Right. Yeah, definitely on one. Does Blue know they back together? Right. Now I'm praying he does not take her back. She needs a reality check. That part. Yeah, the issue is Blue ain't getting out until November. And that's too long for someone like her to lay low. Is she still be with another man in 2 weeks? Right. He says, I don't think Blue knows this. This is very sickening. He says, wow, and she's blowed as F again. It's obvious this girl ain't never gonna change and gonna end up just like her mother. Not to mention got her son house hopping with one unstable sister to another in Baltimore while she's out lit in Cali taking up space. Right. Crazy, crazy, crazy work. The shiny construction glasses coming soon. She zooted. The construction glasses is hilarious. And she cannot function without that man. And for her fans to say she's the motion is crazy. They don't want you over there, girl. Every time Blue talks to her, he gets added to his sentence. I stay clear away from her, at least until he's out. Somebody said, take your meds. And she can't take them headbands off because the wig looks horrible without it. Right. I can see the hump. I can see the hump where the half wig start. Child, no, for real. Looking a mess. Child. Who gonna tell her? Okay. It's not giving. She's just not Miss Wiggy. Okay.
Don't touch my heart. Go on with your wig. My wig.
Child, a mess. A mess. Yeah, come on, people. We are witnessing histrionic personality, narcissistic personality, ASPD, and bipolar disorder. Chrisean was in Shepherd Pratt 2 times. She is labeled as a cluster B. She's literally mentally unstable. Her family knows it. That pastor knows it. And they all stand by and do nothing. She pays them all well. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, definitely not the brightest crayon in the box. Okay, clearly. Okay, it's crazy. Hold on 1 second. Let me check the comments real quick. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Ooh. You said her if she gets Blue in bed, she will tell him she's having his baby, and when it's early, she will say he's a preemie. Right. She the type. You said on the mat cuss her out behind Testiki too. She sure did. And this Piggy Wiggy is crazy. Not Piggy Wiggy.
Good, bro. Yeah.
He says that another belt around that wig, right? Not the belt. The wig ain't wigging no more, right? At all. Like, stick a fork in it. He said worse than a Tyler Perry wig. Oh my gosh.
Good, bro. Yeah.
No, because for real. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's so embarrassing. I wouldn't have even got on the camera filming nothing. Girl. Look at that best. When that weave or wig comes off, the smell will kill the clients. Right. Ciao. Yes, hit that like, okay? He said, I bet Anna and Rocknut was flipped. Look at all those dudes and how out of it Anna looked. No, for real. Definitely gave that. Okay. Ciao, a mess. And then she shaped like the crayon box with the sharpener. Yeah, real bad build. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, y'all. Okay. So she out here in them streets, them LA streets, getting high as the Cuda Brown. Okay. Probably drinking fists of Henny. Hen. Okay. a mess. Meanwhile, Junior is in Baltimore, going from family member to family member. Okay, looking sad. Sad and just unhappy. Okay. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so there is that, y'all. Now I did want to show y'all Carissa's response because she did respond. Hold on 1 second. I guess people was in her. I think she went live on IG or something, and people were basically asking her how she felt about her and Blueface allegedly being back together. Okay. One second. Let me pull it up here. All right. All right, so shout out to Circus of Blues. It says Carissa reacts to Chrisean saying her and Blueface are back together. Okay, let's get into it, y'all.
No comment about Blue or Rock. My comment is that I hope the fuck that they stay apart, and I hope that they both get the healing that they need so that they can be the best parents that they can be to their children. I think whatever is best for your kids. I told them I had to give up a lot too. I had to give up all the niggas I wanted to be with. Them street niggas, y'all know which ones we like. But I'm talking about when I was in my 30s and I wanted to be with, you know, a crazy person or a person that didn't have them all. Y'all know what I'm talking about because we attracted to them lunatics. So I understand what my son is going through. However, you have 3 children, young man. You need to stay the fuck away from around anybody that's not moving correctly at all times, okay? Cause you can't fuck around and miss just 2 whole years of your kid's life. This is shenanigans. And although my kids said I was such a fucked up mother, I didn't miss a fucking day. No comment about Blue or Rock. My comment is that I hope you shouldn't be trying to be with no man and it might cause a problem or a reaction or whatever the case may be to have him back in a situation to where he can't finish raising his kids. Even your family is fucked up right now for even allowing you to come down here babysitting for you to do this type of shit. They should have you into some kind of classes. I'm telling you, if Jonathan get out and he on his left foot, I'm going to call the law myself. Okay, I'm not fixing to let Jonathan get in no more trouble. I'm not fixing to let Jonathan get off on not being no daddy and none of this shit. So if any of this gets in the way of that, just know I'm not fucking with him either. I love my son dearly, but I love my grandkids more. And I'm just sorry to have to tell y'all that. I love my son with all my heart, but I love his kids more than I love him. Somebody let that motherfucker know. Okay, it's them or nothing. You shouldn't be trying to be with no man and it might cause a problem, but just jumping over here and jumping over there and not being stable is not giving me comfort to know that my child gonna come home to a stable environment. So no ma'am, I'm not for it. And it don't got nothing to do with me personally. It don't have nothing to do with our relationship. I don't care who my kids be with. I definitely don't want them to be with nobody that don't want me around. I don't. But if that's what they choose and it's safe and she just don't like me, that's their business. I see him the way I've been seeing him, okay? But if he ain't learned no lesson, I can't do nothing for him. But just jumping over here and jumping over there and not being stable is not. This is somebody that called me a bitch just last month and told me I should be scared.
No, ma'am, I'm not in agreement to none of this. Because I don't think anybody in their 20s should be calling anybody in their 50s no bitch. I don't care if I say something you don't like. I don't care if I talk about your mammy and your daddy. If you trying to be with one of my kids, you need to learn to shut the fuck up and do what the fuck I say. Because I'm the one that's going to pull up when you can't pull up and make sure your shit straight, your kids shit straight, everybody's shit straight. I'm not just going to cuss you out for no reason. Y'all got life all twisted up like me and her just fell out for no reason. No, we didn't fall out for no reason. We fell out because ain't no respect there. We fell out because there's not enough respect within. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all young people need to get yourselves together. This is somebody that called me a bitch just last month. People need to go get really healed. Not that 15-minute church shit. Go work on yourself like each of us are working on ourselves. Okay? That church shit is nice. It's all nice and dandy, but that's not how you heal yourself. You have to work on yourself when you leave church. You have to work on yourself before you go to church. And then you got to work on yourself some more with them white people. You got to go do them exercises. You got to go do all of that shit, okay? To avoid any more situations. So no, ma'am, I would never be in agreement to any one of my kids doing anything unhealthy that's going to bother or affect the way they kids is raised. No, ma'am. I just can't do it. That was the whole problem then. That's the whole problem now. People need to go get really healed. If he called me and tell me, Mama, I'm with so-and-so, and I don't think it's a good fit for his children or his safety or his life, I'm going to get put off the call, and they probably ain't going to let me get back on the call because I'm going to say what I got to say, how I feel. If he called me and tell me, Mama, I'm with so-and-so, and I don't think it's a good fit for his children or his safety or his life, I'm going to get put off the call, and they probably ain't going to let me get back on the call because I'm going to say what I got to say, how I feel. If he called me and tell me, Mama, I'm with so-and-so, and I don't think it's a good fit.
Okay. So that's what Carissa had to say. All right. And pretty much she's not here for it. Okay. She definitely is not supporting that, which I feel is justified. Okay. Like, this is her whole son, and you did all kind of dirty things to this man. Okay. Put your hands on him. You done broke glass on this dude head. Okay. You done basically broke into his houses, breaking windows, destroying property. Okay, embarrassing him on interviews. All right, like, yeah, not a good idea. Like, let's just say if they were getting quote unquote back together, because they were never together. Blueface never really, he never really made it official like he did with Jaden at one point. But if they were, like, yeah, it's not an ideal situation. And I do feel like if he were to get back into that cycle of abuse, okay, trauma and drama, okay, he's probably going to end up right back in a jail cell. And that's kind of, you know what I mean? You don't want that. I mean, you spent enough time. He been in there for what, like a year and some change now? Okay. So it's like when you've been in there that long, like when you get out, you gotta, you're still gonna be on probation and you gotta be on your P's and Q's. And I feel like being around somebody like Chrisean is just not a good idea. It's not a good idea. This girl loves toxicity. Okay. She's problematic. Very much problematic. So I agree with Carlissa. She ain't told not one lie, in my opinion. Okay. He don't need to be around anybody that could jeopardize his freedom, that could jeopardize what he got going on, period. Okay. For real. But let's see what people are saying in the comments. Um, it says he has 2 children. Yeah, that's real. She gets so much hate for carrying or being in their business, wanting clout, but most mothers feel the way she does, right? Yeah, she just tried to spin a nasty narrative that she was just afraid of him and his threats. Go home to Baltimore, Roger. Go home, make your son's second surgery appointment, and stop couch hopping in LA. Hello? Okay. Until Blueface realized Chrisean was sent in to destroy him, he's gonna fall short every time. Exactly. Exactly. She is a danger to his life and their kids' lives at this point. No sane person one day says they answer the phone and do all these things out of fear, and then a few weeks later talking about we back together. Very dangerous, and restraining orders are needed. I agree. I agree. Right, her family needs to check her. Enough is enough. She dropped that limp child off to run to LA thinking she was gonna get back in Blue's crib and ended up couch surfing and back to dope and liquor. How sad. Meanwhile, Junior still can't crawl or walk or eat real foods, right? It's insane. Okay. It's absolutely insane. The cancel Chrisean button. Okay. And for once, he needs to put his kids first. Javon, I believe, has been hurt the most, just him being the oldest. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Javon got plenty of sense. That little boy is smart. And she back with the same person she said she was afraid of. Okay, Rocket, girl, go lay down. Yeah, insane. Is she right? People need to see the major fatal attraction crap storm up ahead. And that may include Chrisean harming her child and Jonathan. Y'all remember how she tore that apartment up when boundaries were enforced. Exactly. Exactly. Somebody said DNA, DNA, DNA. For real. He definitely needs to tackle that, when he gets out. Chrisean needs to go home to her dang son and leave LA alone. Like, for real, for real. And he needs to get a restraining order on her. He do. Somebody said the true winner is Jaden. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So yeah, y'all, pretty crazy. Um, you know, I just hope Carlissa don't, y'all know how wishy washy she get. Okay. But she definitely clocked it. She was definitely clocking it. All right, so I mean, hey, that's her son, and obviously, as a mother, as a real mother, you want the best for your child. And when you see that somebody's not good for your baby, yeah, of course I'm gonna, yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. Okay, it's a no for me, dog. All right, it is what it is. I know if it was my baby, my son, I would definitely, you know, try to talk to some sense into him too. Okay, enough really is enough. It's been dragging too long. This should have been over with. Like, Blueface, he's better off without her. Okay, so yeah, but that's if this is true. I don't believe it's true. Maybe Blueface could be once again, using that silver tongue of his. Okay, it don't take much. It don't take much. Okay, he could tell her anything, and she right. Okay, Blue. Okay, Daddy. Okay, you gotta do too much. It's easy. It's simple, and that's why I feel like that's why he kind of continues to mess with this girl because he knows that he can get whatever out of her. You know, he don't gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's easy. Okay. But let me see what y'all saying in the comments. 1 second, okay? Ooh, 1 second, y'all. He said she'll be apologizing to Crack Rock in 3, 2, 1. Right. Ah. Say, girl, go back to sleep and away and do it again. Your look not good. Yeah, she looks a mess. He said, damn, Carlissa flip flops more than the pant. No, for real. She do. You hot, then you cold. You yes, then you know. Okay. Let me bring a straight jacket. Right? Hilarious. She said that she won't talk about Blue and Rock and then started talking about Blue and Rock, but I agree. Right. She did say that. But it's like people really do be in her comment section, like constantly asking her about them and stuff. So she like, F it. I'm y'all wanna know how I feel. Okay. But I do remember Carlissa saying a while ago, she wanted she wanted to get paid or something, to speak about certain things, stuff. So it's interesting how it's like, you still. I mean, she still low key is because she probably getting them Instagram checks for sure. Her numbers been going all the way up. So, but still, like, yeah, she be all over the place. He said, "Ma'am, he's a grown ass man. He gonna do what he wants to do, and him being a crip and a slore isn't. Yes, they will either. Yeah, that part exactly. He gonna make his own choices, and there's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about it. But let's just hope and pray that Blueface is not trying to spin the block. Okay, for real, cause child, this is too much. This is crazy. He do not need to. He do not need that type of energy in his life right now. Okay, ever. And I see Carlos is the type of mother-in-law I would never want. If respect goes both ways. Yeah, that whole respect your other thing way overblown. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. You said I agree with her there. I have never cussed out an older woman, no matter how wrong she was. These younger generations lack respect for people in general. Yeah, we wouldn't even curse in front of our elders. Exactly, away. For real. For real, for real. He said, Carlos, you're basically saying your son could date someone who takes me to like a deal, but also says I don't care who my kids date. Yeah, I noticed that too. Make that make sense. Right. Clearly you do care. Okay. He's not even a good fit for his kids. That is true. It's true. I done said on several occasions, that it's just certain things I've seen with Blueface that I didn't too much care for. Okay, when it comes to his kids. All right. He definitely has a lot of growing up to do. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yes, hit that like for me, please, and thank you. Um, if Blue on probation when he gets out, he should stay away from Chrisean. Right? Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I saw that a blogger said Jaden has a man now. I don't believe it because, yeah, Jay is gay. Right? Yeah. And you never know. You never know. If Blue allowed her to disrespect his mom way before the fight, he sure did. If you pull that itch on me, my own son would drop you like a hot potato. He won't let anyone touch me. Exactly. Oh yeah, no. Not at all. Like that's crazy to even allow that to happen or even tell somebody to inflict harm on your own mama is insane. Okay? Absolutely crazy. After what happened to Ronnie, Blue should be turned off from Chrisean. Right. Exactly. And Blue gonna get set up again if you fool with Chrisean. Right. For real, cause if he don't do like Dre said, if he don't do what she said, whatever, you know, they gonna do something to you. Okay. I think that's absolutely insane that he said that because that's definitely what it's giving. Okay. For real. This girl is not. She's mentally unhinged. Okay. She definitely is. If Chrisean was walking away with no clothes on in front of Carissa's husband, child, a mess. That's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. He said, did Chrisean put a to Ronnie Motherhead? Yeah, she sure did. In fact, she told on herself. I gotta find that live because she literally said it. She literally said it, and it just rolled off the tongue so easy, like it was just nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, this girl crazy. This girl's insane. But yeah, she sure did. She sure did. He said maybe Rock could keep Blue warm for cuddle season. Child, Chrisean allegedly slept with Papa Blue too. Yeah, I heard people saying that. Chrisean is bad business. Oh yes, definitely. And they're both getting karma in real time. Absolutely, absolutely. You said Chrisean was stalking Blue. Oh yeah, pulling up with no car seat. She a stalker. She definitely a stalker. Yep. And I feel like I feel like this girl is stigmatized. Okay. I really do. I think this is more so a situation of like lust and infatuation. Okay. And nothing more, nothing less. For real, for real. He said after Geronimo was unalive, the sister said she would call the house and laugh and say, yeah, I remember that. Yep, she sure did. Sure did. She also pointed to Pow Pow at, oh yeah, Bonnie's son. She sure did. Yeah, crazy. He said, funny how Piggy Wiggy and If You Pay Me Figgy rhymes. Ah. You said the Tasmanian devil, right? She's absolutely obsessed with Blue. Absolutely is. Insane, man. Absolutely insane. Like, girl, let it go. Like my girl Elsa said, okay? Mess. But yeah, y'all, that's what Carlos had to say. Okay. Um, Let me show y'all this too, because yeah. All right. So moving right along, let's go ahead and get into this church member, y'all. That this is an alleged church member that basically was speaking on Chrisean, being at the church and whatnot. Hold on one second. Let me share my screen. Okay, shout out to Kappa for likes. Okay, it says it appears the church congregation is not feeling Chrisean back. An alleged member comments on their observation of Chrisean and Jr. Okay, so it says the church members are also tired of her BS. All right, so this is the comment here. Excuse me, y'all. It says, what is going on with the girl and her baby in the front row? This was super distracting. He was fussy, bored at one point, pulling out his hair. The girl gets a phone call. She answers during service on speaker, mind you, and tosses the little boy like a hot potato. That looks painful for the child and was extremely disrespectful to the pastor and church members and those of us that were trying to focus. Okay. Ciao. That is crazy. She got the nerve to be in the front row doing this. Okay. Wow. She said she tossed him like a hot potato, y'all. Talking about it looked painful for the child. Wow. Absolutely insane. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. And it sounds so like I could tell this whoever this is, okay, is not they not bluffing. All right. You know it's bad when a church member starts speaking on it, okay? And not you in church with the speakerphone on. That's absolutely wild. Okay. When I was growing up and we were sitting in church, like if like somebody had to take a phone call, they take it outside. Where they go to the bathroom or like why would you put your phone on speaker, ma'am? Mr. Ma'am. Okay. Insane. And why are you tossing that baby like that? Like, what is wrong with you? Okay, poor baby. Mm-mm-mm. A mess. And she does this to herself. Like, why do you always have to be front and center? Okay. She literally was sitting right, like not directly in front of the pastor, but like to his left, like right there by the mic stand and stuff like that. Okay, the pulpit, if you will. Ciao, amen. Stop, girl. If you don't get out them church people pews, playing, doing the most, okay. And usually, like women with kids when they're in church, and if the baby starts to get a little fussy or and stuff like they'll sit in the back. I know there was one church I went to where they literally had a cry room. So if mothers, were dealing with fussy babies, they could go in there, and it was like soundproof, and they made it comfortable for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you directly in the front with all that? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I'm glad somebody spoke on it though, because them church people will just be turning a blind eye too. Okay. Another group of enablers that enable this girl. Amos. Save that baby, please. This is crazy. And I remember Janet at one time. Um, Remember she said she didn't like how she was holding the baby, and she said something else too. I was like, oh, really? How is she holding this baby? Okay. Ooh, I can't wait for that interview. I know she about to spill it, baby. She about to spill it. But let's check these comments real quick, y'all. And somebody said that's a damn shame. Yeah, that's why he has bald spots. Poor Junior is so stressed around her that he self-harms himself. Prayers for Junior that CPS steps in and advocates for this child and not let him be another Gabriel Fernandez. Right. Yeah, she needs to go the F away. Toss Junior like she did Blue Rock. Scary because we don't even know what happened to Blue Rock. Right. First of all, why are you going to church and focusing on someone else's business? Okay. It's giving rocks hard. Junior is beyond stress. That's where he gets breaks. Not being around her, right? It says, I've been saying that she needs to sit in the back because she's distracting to the service and congregation. They need to start making her sit towards the back. No, for real. I know the congregation group chat is popping. No, for real. Yeah, I'm sure that size church has a daycare and nursery. She should take Junior there while she is in service, or sit in the very back of church so there's no distraction to others. If they have ushers, they should tell her this. Right. Right, that's true. But even then, I don't even think she would take him. You know why? Because I feel like she's paranoid at this point. Like, she just doesn't trust nobody. She don't trust nobody. That's not immediate family with her child like that. You know what I'm saying? Because people already been on her head, been on her bumper, okay, about that baby's health. People, voicing their concerns for the baby and stuff. So, you know, she could be fearful of that, when she got locked up, CPS pulled up, checking the baby and stuff like that. So yeah, at this point, I feel like she don't trust nobody to leave the baby with. That's why she be keeping him with her. Okay, for the most part. Not even for the most part, because it is kind of given he just be with Serene and them. Okay. And it says, I'm sure that oops, I already read that one. I'm a church girl. When your child is fussy, you leave until they are no longer fussy. Right. If you miss the whole thing, so be it. Like, when will people get, she doesn't have any home training, no manners, none whatsoever. None. None. Not the baby pulling his hair out. Shaking my head. I can see her doing everything that person said. She's a sad case. Exactly. Exactly. She's not going back there. She got what she wanted from them. She chasing pipe dreams, Blueface, and setting up her next victims for the feds, allegedly. Right. Your hair pulling in a toddler is a sign of basically everything we know is going on with this poor kid: stress, anxiety, boredom, and lack of stimulation, lack of language, and being able to communicate. Sensory issues, or even a form of self-soothing. This child is suffering badly. He is. Very, very sad, y'all. Super sad. Somebody said someone finally came from the church with sense, finally speaks up. Thank you. Everybody heard, thinks she such an angel and a good parent. Her behavior is disgusting. I don't know how y'all put up with her as y'all church member, but y'all gotta remember the Lord says, come as you are. And that's not an excuse to do what you've been doing, playing with God's name like you were saying, right? Right, that part. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. Let me check the comments. 1 second, y'all. Um you said Krishan, oops, there we go. Krishan was praying with Serene over Hallie, but not Junior. That's foul. Yeah, that's crazy. You probably was the clock that she had time today, right? Okay, for real, she did. So her patterns are the same and is. Krishan was in the car praying, but never prayed for Junior or her mom. That part. You said she getting kicked out of church. Right? Yeah, you're not supposed to have kids crying in church. Exactly. Exactly. How do you get kicked off the team and the church at the same time? Right? A mess. I knew somebody was gonna get sick of her in that church. Right, that part. Yeah, she tossed Junior like she did the dog in the car. Yeah, insane. Absolutely insane. Uncalled for. Poor baby. And to do that in front of the church, like, just, let alone do it at all, like, it's crazy. Absolutely insane. So the church wants their cut, that part. Exactly. That's all it's about. For sure. Said I wish someone could have recorded what she was saying on speakerphone, right? Because speakerphone in church is crazy. My pastor would have been like, that better be Jesus calling. Like, child, a mess. Come on now. Who does that? That could explain the bump under his eye in that picture. Oh, yeah. He could be scratching himself. Hold on 1 second. He said she was yelling Pastor Mike while he was preaching. He had to ignore her. Right. Very distracting. Okay. Like, girl, if you sit your ass down. Okay. Sit down.
You know what? I'm trying to stay positive, but this bitch is getting on my nerve.
Yeah, dude who's been doing this for 32 years. Full-time professional. Rated by One Family Magazine, #1 clown, 9 straight years.
Here we go. Watch this.
If any motherfucker ever needed to sit they stupid ass down, you that bitch. You that bitch.
Okay. Because for real. A hot mess. Lord have mercy, this girl ain't got a lick of common sense. Okay, because common sense would have told you, let me go ahead and take this call in the hallway or, outside. Let me go to the bathroom right quick. Like, like, insane. Insane. And to be tossing your baby like that is wild. Like, wow. And they need to hold that pastor accountable. They do. They absolutely do. Yep, her whole life is staged. Facts. Clock it. Okay. He said, remember she called out that one pastor, a cloud chaser. He cut back on her and she went silent. Yeah, that part. Yep. Sure did. He said, Pastor said that's his daughter. It should be fine. Right. He sure did say that. And that's probably why she low-key gave him that wad of cash that one time. Trying to buy his loyalty, if you ask me. Okay. Because, baby, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm finna support nothing she got going on. Until she actually, like, really goes through with this transformation. Okay. That she be trying to act like she finna do, but has not happened yet. Okay. As predicted. Like, it's crazy. I'd be really like just flabbergasted sometimes because, like, everything we be talking about in here, okay, it turns out to be true. Like, we be clocking it for real, okay? We definitely be clocking it. He said, nah, baby, Krusty paid Pastor Mike, yep, for front row access. To make sure the church cameras catch her every week. So she said she gonna sit up for right. Yeah, I'm going to church, girl. You was just at a function, okay? Getting high as the Cooter Brown. A handsome young man who actually has sense. Right, that part. He said, right, our church has a mother's room where you can still be comfortable and watch or listen to the service. Exactly, Melanin. Exactly. The poor little junior haven't had a moment's peace since he's been born. Right. Like, it's crazy. Poor baby never had his own room since he's been born. Nothing. You never see this baby with toys. Okay. She was damn near begging her fans to send stuff for him. It's like, girl, you should have had all this stocked up before he came. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's because he is meowing, so she says he isn't crying, not even trying to be funny. Yeah, that's crazy. Krishan is a liability to the church. Trouble follow her everywhere she goes. Exactly, literally everywhere, everywhere. It's like she has like this some sort of negative force or energy that just like it's like a dark cloud, you know. It really is. Like she always in the midst of some bullshit. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a disorder. Pulling out your hair. I used to do it and found other ways to cope. Junior had need sensory toys. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research on that because I never really heard of nothing like that. Like that's crazy. It's because he can't see anything, can't do anything, has nothing to learn, nothing to eat, and he is just trapped. Aw, yeah, super sad, man. You know, people be feeling the way when you know it be people out here saying like he's basically a vegetable, but it's just like low key is kind of true, kind of true. Imagine what she do behind closed doors to Junior. Exactly. Hello. Okay. Yeah, he just lays there. I'm sure of it for sure. You said she absolutely is paranoid because CPS will get involved if she takes him to get a checkup. He cannot keep his balance. That's not a good sign. Exactly. She's very paranoid. You know, very paranoid. Is that's how you know so many of these new churches are spineless these days? Yeah, because growing up with the ushers with the white gloves and they were taking yeah right awake that part for real. Like, so there wasn't no usher available to be like, hey ma'am, can you take that outside? Like, you're disrupting you disrupting the word, or come on now, we are in church. Hey Joni, girl, you missed a lot. You might want to play it. You might want to run it back, sis. Okay. Shout out to Replay Gang. He said Krishan is full of theatrics. She is absolutely full of it. He said she always buying friends. Yep, because her personality's gonna let her make decent friends. No, for real. Said I know the pastor wife doesn't like Krishan. She don't. The pastor's wife, the pastor's daughter. Okay, you can see it all in their face. They tired of her, but they probably just don't want to be rude and be like, hey, like, you tell her the real. And tell them or tell her how they feel. He said, yeah, my pastor would call you out if you showed up with a bra and panties. She did that, and Pastor Mike told the church to buy her clothes. Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Bra and panties at church is insane. Yeah, I remember that though. I remember she was at some sort of like retreat, like I don't know what the hell they was doing, but she was definitely at a church event with a bra. I said, "What the helly? Like, are we for real right now?" That's why I said common sense ain't so common, y'all. Like, who goes to church in a bra? I don't care how hot it is. If you hot, at least put on a tank top. You know what I'm saying? Like, put on like a t-shirt, something, because a bra is crazy. Absolutely insane. And Chrisean touched the pastor and shit in a tight white dress on stage. His wife looked at Chrisean with a cold stare. Where you see that at? I want to see that. Her life story's made up. Yeah, she's living China. The track star Tristan played house. Tifa music artist Blue banging all their lives. Yeah, is her story right? True, very much true. You said I could hear the doctor saying, when was his last shots? Exactly. Or what foods is he eating? That part. That part. Like, come on now. This girl, I feel like if she's fearful of anything, I feel like she's fearful of taking him to the doctor because of what they could possibly say or diagnose him with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she would be able to come to terms with it or face reality when it comes to that, because he's supposed to be a $1 billion baby. Okay, he's perfect, nothing's wrong with him. So I feel like, yeah, she would not be able to take that or to accept it. She'd rather just sit here and be delusional and act like it's just not, like she's just out of touch with reality for real. And my sister was trying to take Junior to the hospital. Chrisean stopped her. Yeah, I still think like some people were saying it wasn't real text, but if you ask me, okay, and I'm gonna say allegedly, I feel like that was Marsh in them text messages. I do. I absolutely do. Like, I don't know why she lying. He said Junior is trapped in his own body. That's heartbreaking. I was in a coma for several weeks when I was coming to. I could see my family, hear them, but couldn't move or talk. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry you went through that. That's crazy. I'm glad you're okay, sis. But yeah, that's so sad. A toddler. These are supposed to be the fun years. Like I love that little age, like when they first become a toddler, you know, and then like when they start to turn 2, like it's like the cute stage, like they, getting their little personality developed, they, their features, and they just be so cute, playful, you know, laughing, living their best life. So it is really sad to watch Junior, okay, at his age. Okay, I think he's 21 months now, not being able to do the basics, or not being able to do what babies, or not babies, because he's a toddler now, what toddlers typically do at this age. Okay, he's not doing. He can't eat. We have not seen this baby walk, stand on his own, talk. Okay, it's obvious something's going on here. And my sister says she's crying. Mom, she knows we're here. We're here. I did. The church is going to have to give Chrisean her money back. She thinks she brought some stock in the church. Right, Lady Virgo? For real. For real. She just like, if I give him this wad of cash, he gonna, I really feel like I swear it just feels like sometimes with the pastor, it's given he feels indebted to Chrisean, like, or he feels like he owes her something, or like that's what it kind of gives. But it's like at some point you got to take control of your church and the energy that you let in. Obviously, this girl, I mean, she's just, I get it. Like, come as you are. I get that part. But if you're going to have her there, at least keep it real with her. Tell her about herself. Okay. Encourage her to do the right thing for her child. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what would Jesus do? Okay. For real. Yeah, church is turning on her now. Now, I wouldn't say necessarily the church, but there was this alleged church member that had something to say about her. One second. He said, I have no empathy for the church people she is around. Right. They allowed it to happen. We know the pastor ain't ish and is easily influenced by money. Yep. So it's up to the real body of Christ to call them out. Clock it. Okay. For real. They did allow it to happen. Everybody's turning a blind eye, not saying nothing. Not saying nothing. Okay. A mess. A mess. Good night, Black Orchid. And she touched the pastor in her tight white dress at Junior's. Oh, dedication. Oh, that video. Okay. I'm gonna check that out. I saw that she was giving them a definite bad look. That's crazy. And it's probably her, probably feel that negative energy in the room. But she knows what's wrong. She has accepted it. Yep, she just takes the easy way out to avoid how it makes her look. Exactly. She doesn't want to be criticized anymore. Okay. She doesn't want to be the one at fault. She doesn't want, you know what I'm saying? She just can't take accountability for nothing. Nothing. Yes, please hit that like for me, please, and thank you. You said allegedly, and Ty recovering is. Oh, recovering is a long process. Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry, love. I hope and pray that it gets better for you. I truly, truly do. He has weakness on one side. I seen some people saying that. See, I gotta look more closer. Your pastor clothes be revealing too. Yeah, everything tight, right? When God said come as you are, people assume he was talking about clothes. Right. Right, Carmen. Says I want to hear what Figgy has to say. Me too. I absolutely do. Like, sir. The suspense. The suspense, okay? Because for real, I just know she done did some. She can't help it. Said, come as you are. Means come broken, sad, lost, weary, confused, full of doubt and despair. The devil got people thinking they can go in the what's supposed to be a holy place with their bodies revealed, right? That part. He said, if I were her right now, I would be saying, well, damn it, and thank you for well wishes. Right. Oh, for real. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say I would have to be their sister. Oh, I would have to be their sister to cause CVS. They would have to just hate me. Yeah. Right, true. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, y'all. Okay. A hot mess. A hot mess, okay. Um, wow. Mm-mm-mm. I will say the justice system has definitely failed this child thus far. Okay. And poor baby Junior needs help. He needs help desperately. Okay. And instead of getting him that help, his mother is more worried about chasing peen. Okay. Getting high, getting drunk. Okay. And just Blueface. Okay. It's all about Blueface, Blueface, Blueface. Like this breaks my heart. I feel so bad for that baby. I really, really do. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. But yeah, y'all. That is I was gonna show y'all something else, but we could probably save that for next show because it is getting late. Um, and I do have to wake up early. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for pulling up. I so greatly appreciate it. Okay, and I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Shout out to my love buzz, period. Y'all already know what it is. I love y'all so, so much. Okay. I truly, truly do. Thank you for everything. All right. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. All right. And if you have not joined the Discord, don't forget to do that. Okay. I would love for some of y'all to pull up on Sunday, watch baddies with us and whatnot. Okay. You ain't even have to come off your mic. You could just come on in, listen in. Okay. I know some of y'all be shy. Be shy. So yeah, let me post that link in the chat one more again before I go. All right, there you go. But again, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's night, and we will be back on Monday. Okay, y'all. So stay safe, stay blessed, and take care, y'all. Bye.